wins it in overtime.
Brady Tkachuk, breakaway shoots, scores!
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I am your host. Tonight, Ottawa took on the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche, and let's call it an interesting game. We're going to get to the refs later on in this video in the game notes. I have a lot to say, and I will just say this. I don't blame you. You know, if you watch my videos after every single Sens game, you've been posting a video after every single Sens game for the last 10 years. I don't think I often, if ever, blame the refs for a loss. Tonight, inexcusable. All I gotta say right now. I mean, it's utter disgrace what we saw tonight by the officials. But we'll talk about that soon. Let's get through the pregame notes. Firstly, Matthew Joseph will be out for a few weeks after taking that hit along the boards a couple days ago. Likely will be done for the season. I frankly would not put him back in for the rest of the year. He's been injured throughout the year. Let him get healthy, get ready, rehab, and get back there in September for, training camp. There's no reason to bring him back this late, especially being like 8 or 10 points now out of a playoff spot. The guy's been injured 2 or 3 times this year. Just let him get healthy. So get better soon. Matthew Joseph, really sucks to see that diagnosis. And Thomas Chabot, here's some positive news, did come back for tonight's game. He was on a pairing with Eric Brandstrom, so we can call it a demotion if you want. But look, I think that's just the right call. Tom Chabot has not been playing his best hockey as of late. He clearly is dealing with some sort of injury, or the fatigue is catching up to him. But regardless, he hasn't been playing his best hockey this season. I think everyone could agree on that. I still think Tom Chabot's a great defenseman. It's just an off year. Players have it, and I think it makes sense to give him a little less time on the ice and or a bit of a demotion so he's not relied on too much. I saw a lot of Jacob Chychrun and Jake Sanderson tonight, which was definitely the right call. Those two were fantastic defensively, just breaking up plays and really overpowering the Colorado forwards just with their strength and forcing them off the puck. So really impressed by Sanderson and Chychrun tonight. Once again, it makes sense to give Chabot some leeway here. He's been relied on far too much the last 5 years. Now, really, Greg was called back up for today's game. Shane Pinto to the third line in a corresponding move, and I thought he played well today. No reason to send really Greg back down to the AHL for the remaining 15 or so games in the season. Now, the starting goaltenders for Ottawa and Colorado was Matt Sogard for Ottawa and Jonas Johansson for the Colorado Avalanche, making his first start of the season. So let's get into the first period of play. And 2.5 minutes in, right away, the Colorado Avalanche pounce as Cale Makar rips a shot from the top left hash mark under Sogard's blocker off a face-off play, and the Colorado Avalanche strike first. It's 1-0 as the Senators' fourth line gets stuck on the ice for an icing. After that, 2 minutes later, Matt Sogard again gives up a goal. He gets a piece of Makar's shot off a tip out front by Nichushkin, and the Colorado Avalanche strike back-to-back goals in less than 5 minutes. It's 2-0 Colorado. And this one deflects off of Sogard's glove, off Nichushkin and in. This one cannot be cleared off the line by Chychrun in time. Really unfortunate there. But the Senators, after that, would really respond well. I have to give them credit for this. They did not give up a shot 8 minutes after that second goal for Colorado. So Ottawa really did respond, and they got rewarded. With about 30 seconds left in the first period of play, Tim Stützle along the left hash mark takes a shot. Drake Batherson's out front and tips it home through Johansson's 5-hole. Ottawa, going into the second period of play, has only a 1-goal deficit. Drake Batherson, with his 20th of the year, his first in 8 games. It's a 2-1 game, and that's Drake Batherson's 13th goal on the power play. So 20 goals total, 13 of those on the power play. He's a power play specialist, and Ottawa strikes. It's a 1-goal game going to the second period of play. But 6 minutes into the second period of play, Cale Makar again takes a shot from the point, and Mikko Rantanen out front with a last-second tip gives Colorado the 2-goal lead right back. It's a 3-1 game. That one's not on Matt Sogard. I saw some people, especially tonight, really ripping on Sogard throughout the game. This was not on Sogard. Once again, Ottawa is not giving the young goaltender any chance. You got to clear the front of the net. You got to box out your guy. That's back-to-back goals where Nichushkin and Rantanen had free will in front of the net and took advantage and got rewarded for it. Ottawa, the defenders, have to do a better job boxing the man out front, clearing the lanes so Sogard not only can see the puck, but can stop the puck. So some bad defense there from Ottawa again out front, and Colorado again leads by 2. It's a 3-1 game. But a couple minutes later, Ottawa once again would strike right back and make it a 1-goal game. Julien Gauthier with a slick behind the back pass through the slot to Shane Pinto, who buries it. It's a 3-2 game for Shane Pinto. And Ottawa strikes right back, and the crowd is on their feet. The crowd is feeling it. Sold out crowd today, by the way. Over 19,000 in the stands. But 7 minutes later, Evan Rodriguez on a rush after offensive zone turnover by the Ottawa Senators in the Colorado Avalanche zone, rips a shot off the rush top shelf, past Sogard's top blocker, and the Colorado Avalanche reclaim the 2-goal lead. It's 4-2. You probably want to save there for Sogard, but that's a nice shot, and he's already made some huge stops tonight, so can't really blame him. I mean, once again, Ottawa really did not give Matt Sogard much opportunity tonight to win. And then 2 minutes later, I kind of alluded to this at the beginning of the video, but the refs tonight, I mean, they absolutely blundered, and that's being incredibly polite. They blundered this call. I mean, I have never seen such a disgraceful call in the National Hockey League. I've been doing these videos for 10 years. I've seen a lot of hockey. I've covered a lot of hockey. I made a lot of videos about your Ottawa Senators, and I've frankly never seen something like this. Sogard covers the puck after there's no icing. They waved off the icing a few seconds prior to this, so I guess it deflected off a Senator player or whatever. But they call no icing. But Sogard, you can see on your video, covers the puck with his blocker. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. He had the puck covered. No whistle. We saw Jean-Gabriel Pageau back in 2016 get screwed for an early whistle. Here, no whistle when Sogard clearly has the puck covered. And the Colorado Avalanche somehow strike. Lars Eller pokes home the loose puck. 5-2 Colorado. And Ottawa, the Senator faithful, myself, we are absolutely flabbergasted. How the hell is that a goal? If that's not an icing, okay, fine. The refs waved off the icing. Okay, cool, whatever. But Sogard, you saw it on your screen, literally covered the puck for more than 3 Mississippi seconds. What the hell else do you need to blow the whistle? I am absolutely I don't know what to say. I mean, you can see the Colorado Avalanche players also lax up after Sogard covers the puck. They're, in the celebration after the goal, they're laughing. They can't believe this is actually happening in the National Hockey League. It's a clown league, these type of things. The refs, they convene, the DJ Smith challenges. Somehow it's upheld. It's 5-2 Colorado going to the third period of play. And that actually has to be one of the most disgraceful calls I've ever seen in hockey. I'm sorry. That is disgraceful. You call all these early whistles that screw all these teams around the National Hockey League. Matt Sogard covers the puck for about 3 to 5 seconds. No whistle. Everyone, including the Avalanche players in front of the net, are laxed. They assume the play is dead. And Lars Eller, smart play from Eller, of course, to jam it in. You never know what happens, of course. And he gets rewarded for it. But, I mean, how the hell is this a goal? I mean, honestly, how the hell is this a goal? The officiating, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, I'm somebody that doesn't like to blame the officials for losses. I think it's a cheap excuse for poor play or bad performances or lack of finish or whatever. But holy cow, the refs tonight, especially on penalties, which we'll talk about here in the third period, but that call right there, that 5th goal for Colorado, it's a disgrace. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're an Avalanche fan, a Senator fan, or just a hockey fan. It's an utter disgrace. It's an utter disgrace. If the goalie covers the puck for more than 3 seconds, it should be blown dead. It should be presumed it's blown dead. And the fact that that counted as a goal is a lot about the officials, who, by the way, we'll talk about it here in the third, did not have any issue blowing the whistle when Ottawa had scoring chances. But when it was Colorado, no. We'll let them, we'll let them wait there 5-10 seconds. Then we'll maybe make a decision about blowing the whistle or not. I mean, for a league like the NHL that sees a lot of plays blown dead with early whistles, this was an utter disgrace. But let's get to the third period of play, because I can go on for days about what just happened there. For days. Once again, I just can't believe what happened. It's a disgrace. And call me biased if you want. I don't really give a damn. If Colorado, got screwed over the same way, I'd be saying the same thing. That should not have been a goal. And if you're a hockey fan, you know that as well as I do. But let's get to the third period of play. In 3 minutes, and Ottawa starts to come back here as Travis Hamonic out front scores his 6th of the year on the doorstep on a massive rebound on Johansson off a Tim Stützle shot. Ottawa, again, cuts the lead to 2. It's a 5-3 game. 2.5 minutes later, the refs call an icing, and the Senator crowd gives them the Bronx cheer. DJ Smith gets into it as well. Really, really funny moment there. That would not be the last time the refs got the Bronx cheer. The Sens faithful tonight were really in it. Really loved the energy from the crowd tonight. 7 minutes after that Bronx cheer icing, Ottawa would score again as Brady Tkachuk out front on the power play as he puts one in off a tip. Tim Stützle with the original shot, and Ottawa is down only by 1. It's a 5-4 game. Back-to-back games with a goal as well for the captain. Brady Tkachuk. But guess what? It's a 5-4 game. That means that 5th goal that should never have counted is suddenly the game-winning goal for the Colorado Avalanche. And Ottawa, look, 40 seconds left, 5-on-3. They have a great opportunity here. You have to score here. You have to capitalize. And they almost do. Johansson with an unreal stop in the final 5 seconds. But guess what? There's an early whistle. Tim Stützle can't believe it. He is flabbergasted, hands over his face. The goaltender never had control of the puck. But oh my God, how ironic this is. No, now the refs care about, the integrity of the game and blowing the whistle. I mean, kudos to Johansson for a beautiful stop here, but he never had control of the puck. The puck was loose with 4 seconds left. The puck was to the right of the goaltender out in front of the crease, and there was a wide open net. Ottawa, it's not a guarantee they would have scored there, but they damn well could have gotten a great shot or a great opportunity there, which, I mean, it's just all types of ironic. I mean, the Sens get screwed with the 5th and ultimately the game-winning goal for a late whistle. Then they get screwed in the final 40 seconds with an early whistle. I mean, once again, I don't blame refs often for losses, if not ever, but tonight, the loss is entirely on the refs. I'm sorry. Some of these penalties they were calling on Ottawa tonight were actually a disgrace. Like in the last few minutes, Claude Giroux's called for an embellishment after getting cross-checked into the boards and taken down by Bowen Byram. I mean, how the hell is that a penalty on Claude Giroux? That's a disgrace. The 5th goal, enough said. I mean, I've never seen such incompetency in the National Hockey League before. Brady Tkachuk in the final couple minutes took a shot when going to the bench. I think from Nichushkin, I forget from who, specifically from Colorado, but he was skating to the bench and he got a cheap shot, knocked down. You expect Brady Tkachuk to just get up and walk to the bench? No, he's going to defend himself. Of course, it was a cheap shot. Somehow that's a offsetting minor. So it's just a disgrace. I'm sorry. You watch, if you're a devoted watcher or viewer, of, Sens Talk, if you watch all my videos the last 10 years, by the way, I commend you if you have, I don't blame the refs often. I will be the first to blame the team, the Ottawa Senators. I'm highly critical when they deserve it. But tonight, no. Nothing went their way from the refs, and you're not going to win a game when the refs are calling everything against you, literally calling goals against you and stopping goals from going in for you. I mean, it's just a disgrace by the refs tonight. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I can once again go on for hours about this. I mean, I've done a lot of these game recaps, and I've never been at a loss of words for such an outrageous call. I mean, you hold the puck or you cover the puck for 3 to 5 seconds, that should be blown dead. I'm sorry. It should be blown down. It wasn't. And that's all on the refs. And of course, they won't have to answer to it. I never understand why the NHL lets these refs hide. They don't actually have to call or answer to these mistakes or these blunderous calls. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I can go on for days about this, but I mean, I'm just going to work myself into a tizzy. So we'll just leave it at that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below about the officiating tonight. Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't think I'm wrong, but let me know if I am. But besides that, the next Saturday game is on Saturday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's a big game, Battle of Ontario in Ottawa. Should always be a fun one. So we'll see how that one goes. And by the way, Ottawa today reached the 20-goal plateau. They have 5 players that did so for the first time since 2015-2016, when Hoffman, Smith, Stone, Ryan, Zibanejad did. This year, it's Stützle, Tkachuk, Matheson, Giroux, and DeBrincat. So that's a positive out of Ottawa tonight. As well, Ottawa has the 3rd lowest shooting percentage in the National Hockey League this year, making that even more impressive. But once again, I'll leave it at that. This video is like 15 or 17 minutes long. I can go on all day about this game and the refs. So I'll leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all soon. Go Sens, go.